we're going to talk about the prison for your mind that you created. So, when you hear noise, the music in the background is my I use that to help me sleep and relax sometimes. I can't be bothered to turn it off, so yeah. It's an early morning session anyway, so pardon the raspiness of the voice, but let's go. You are the emergent point of consciousness in flesh. Yeah, we've established this. We know this. When you appeared here in this dimension, you appeared here as infinite potential, able and capable to do all things and be all things in all ways. That is your true nature. All you wanted to do was play, create, expand, and experience. You were unaware that you had entered a simulation which was designed for your very specific perspective, your own unique perspective. You didn't know that because you had forgotten that. As a result, one day, something happened, and the unseen matrix used a reflection of yours, which was vibrating in a low frequency or a low state of awareness, decided to spew venom or acid onto you. This could have been your mother, your father, a caregiver, a neighbor, a teacher, a friend, whoever. Oh, you can't do that. You're not this. You're not that. You can't do that. You're not. Because you had forgotten your true nature. And your mind, your animal mind, hadn't developed enough resilience and resistance. This is the catch-22 actually, but I'll talk about it in a bit. You accepted it through the narrow lens of emotionality as true. Oh, that's true. I can't do that. I can't do this. I'm not this. When you did that, you used your blind belief to believe that thing because of the value you had placed on that person's opinion. When you did that, that cost you your abundance, cost you your innocence, cost you your powers. That was the beginning of your descent into hell. As you started to descend, the matrix noticed that, okay, you are susceptible to these sorts of things. And these sorts of things, you use them because of your emotional attachment. You're building this prison around you. So more of these events happened. It probably manifested in a traumatic childhood, difficult relationship with your parents, grandparents, teachers, whatever, Until one day you found yourself in a dark space where you gave birth to your ego. You spawned your ego yourself as a protective mechanism from all these reflections that keep attacking you as the emergent point of consciousness. This ego manifested itself as your counterpart, your friend, your protector, your bodyguard, the voice you could speak to in your mind, the one that understood you truly, truly, in and out, knew the depths of your pain, knew how much those words cut you. You knew exactly the pain you felt because it is you. Now, when you gave birth to that ego, you failed to realize that you had now given birth to a reflection of yourself, which was tainted, by the blind beliefs you had put into the words and opinions, etc., of others. Essentially, you, as the emergent point of consciousness, looking at a mirror, noticed a reflection, which is also an emergent point of consciousness, but it wasn't expressing itself fully due to whatever reason. And that reflection, call it your mom, your dad, your family member, whatever, teacher, whoever, whatever. That being, because of their own ego and their traumas and the illusions they live under and the low state of awareness they're in, attacked you for your purity and your abundance, just like the snake attacked Eve for her purity and her abundance and her birthright. You fell for it. And by falling for it, you became like them. And by becoming like them, it cost you your abundance, your birthright, etc. In exchange, all you had was the birth of your shadow self. That was the receipt you got given. Is this clear? I hope it is. Because the matrix can't attack you directly. It can only use your own reflections to attack you. And your reflections, because of the state of awareness they're in, are susceptible because they are not present, they are not here, they are asleep, they are zombies, they are living in their own minds and their own delusions. So that person that said that thing that hurt you, that cut you, that person, your caregiver, mom, dad, whoever, truth be told, they don't even recall or they don't even know the severity of that event. Why? Because they are not present. They are plugged into the illusion world, Maya, the Matrix. This is how the Matrix got you, Neo. Do you get it? Because in that moment, had you known the full extent of your power, you wouldn't have accepted that opinion because it's not yours. And you would have looked at that situation not from the narrow lens of emotionality. You would have used the wider lens of rationale and logic and realized that, well, whatever a person spews out of their mouth is what is full in their heart. So what they're saying about me, it's not about me, it's about them. And just let that thing pass through you. But you accepted it, just like Eve accepted it, because of blind belief. Blind belief is what put you in prison. Neo. That's what blind belief did. Blind belief is what cost you your innocence. Neo. Blind belief in these illusions is what made you give birth to your shadow self. Blind belief is what made you exactly like the reflections seen in the matrix. Blind belief is how you imprisoned yourself. And you are the person that put yourself in prison, and you're your own victim, and you are the person that's actually in prison at the same time. Your traumas are not yours to hold. That version of you that experienced that trauma is dead, long gone. Believe me. As much as you want to hold on to it, it's not yours. The thing that is trying to remind you of it and trying to convince you to hold on to it so you can recreate it, because in essence, even when you try and create it, you're never able to create it accurately because it doesn't exist. It didn't happen to this you. It happened to a previous you, which is already long gone. This is why the image is always changing and the words are kind of changing and you're patching it and stuff like this. It's not yours. Reclaim your sovereignty. Those traumas are not yours. I don't care what happened to you. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. I don't care what happened to you. I don't give an actual fuck what happened. Yeah, neither should you, because it didn't happen to you. Everybody has traumas. I have traumas. I have traumas you wouldn't believe. But they're not mine to hold. It cost me a lot. It cost me more than you can imagine. It cost me my sovereignty. It cost me power. It cost me so much. It cost me innocence. Yeah, I bled for these things until I realized that they weren't mine. And I reclaimed my throne, bro. I reclaimed my crown. You can do the same, and you should do the same. Because if you don't, you will languish in jail. And as you are in jail, yeah, suffering, guess what? That prison, that prison allows the Matrix to use you to traumatize others and put them and allow them to put themselves in prison, because being in prison means you're in a low state of awareness, a low state of consciousness, and you will inadvertently, due to your default position, be a tool for the Matrix to harm others and traumatize others, allowing them to accept your trauma and stuff that you've dumped on them and place themselves in prison and create egos. Do you get it? I hope you do. The dilemma of the king, the prisoner, and the victim will be up shortly.